time of unrest.
Enter our county from any direction and you'll see a familiar sign. Kern County Line, where we honor veterans. A nice note to some, but for former serviceman Eric Scarlett, it's more of a mission statement.
What inspired me was knowing that our veterans are in need just like every other American.
A veteran of Desert Storm, Scarlett's been helping struggling vets for nearly 2 decades. And now with his state under a shelter-in-place mandate, he's doing his part to make sure no soldier gets left behind.
I lay there with my wife and I said, there's got to be something we can do.
So Scarlett called upon Operation Gratitude, a nonprofit geared towards serving the needs of veterans.
Operation Gratitude gave us 250 Operation Gratitude boxes.
With his wife Christy and daughter Kennedy by his side, Scarlett unloaded hundreds of care packages.
In those care packages is hand sanitizer. There's a couple of things to eat, a few things to read, some good words of prayer.
Local CVAF President Deborah Johnson says the impact goes well beyond the supplies.
Just the fact that these care packages have personal notes means that the veterans here know somebody is thinking of them.
For a veteran.
With no hand sanitizer.
Thank you for your sacrifices.
A feeling Scarlett remembers all too well.
And I myself had needed help years back in the past and there was nowhere to go.
So during these trying times, this serviceman wants to let his fellow veterans know they're not alone.
There's people out there to help, you know. If you're having trouble, you can't afford something, your children can't, you know, you want to do stuff with them, you don't have supplies that you need, if it's available and we can get it, then it's here.
Well, Alex, the CVAF is open throughout this entire process, even when people are told to stay at home. So if veterans need a place to go, they need food, they need shelter, they can go there, and they are happy to help, as Deborah Johnson told me. So live in Southwest Bakersfield, Taylor Schaub, 17 News.
It's a dark time right now for everyone, but there's also a lot of good that's happening in our community. Thanks so much, Taylor.
Adventist Health Bakersfield came up with a way to help local first responders during the pandemic. According to the hospital's CEO and president, Charlotte Briggs, they've received numerous emails from people asking how they can help during the COVID-19 outbreak. So they came up with a 5,000 face mask challenge to give back and thank first responders. People have donated 1,000 homemade cloth masks so far. Each one has a special message to inspire those on the front lines of the pandemic. I know it's a lot of long days for people who are working in the healthcare field right now. So definitely want to say thank you to all of those who are still working in those essential services amidst this pandemic.
There's a lot of people that are still working, and I think, again, if you have a moment to, if you see them out and about, just say thank you. I mean, it's even the people at the grocery stores, for example, who are dealing with all these people, weird hours, and they're not just working at the time when the store is open. They're working very hard, even when the stores are closed, to stock up, to stock those shelves for everyone.
Yeah,
so,
our delivery drivers, our farm workers, making sure we still have food on the shelves. Absolutely. So grateful for all of them. All right, it's 5:26. Still ahead, discussing the fate of the Olympics.
What the IOC is meeting to decide today.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
5:28 now. If you're having a hard time finding hand sanitizer, well, first, you're not alone. But you could also consider making it yourself. A Massachusetts doctor, along with his daughter, made up a recipe for creating it at home. Leslie Gatos reports.
You replace a half a cup of it with water.
It's part science experiment, part necessity. 13-year-old Lily Commander has mixed up a few batches of hand sanitizer.
It started when my dad and I went to a bunch of pharmacies to find hand sanitizer, and it was all sold out. We decided to make our own.
Her dad, a Boston doctor, knows the importance of using the correct ratios and made sure they got it right.
There's a bunch of videos out there that are totally wrong, so we looked up the official recommendations from the World Health Organization on the official formulas to make hand sanitizer.
They adapted the World Health Organization's recipe for ethanol-based sanitizer. It contains 190 proof grain alcohol, glycerin, and water.
There's some hints that the ethanol-based hand sanitizers are better for viruses, so that's the one that we chose. I made sure that I made Lily do the math calculations herself so she would understand.
She did, and she shared their experience on TikTok.
Then mix 1 tablespoon of vegetable glycerin into half a cup of water. Shake, shake, shake.
And she's had hundreds